Hello.
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 Hello. We're gonna do. Um, I really. I don't hope I don't kill any of you. I think it's funny every time it happens. So.
Okay.
I mean, you guys just kind of like I'm just gonna roll up here and like set fire to this whole shit, and it's totally
I
fine.
mean, yeah, I asked for it, I guess.
You live dangerously. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying you make some bold choices. High risk,
I'm an
high reward.
arsonist. Of course I do.
So, yeah, when we come back to you two, I think you're backstage. Um,
Okay.
Booty, you've regained your faculties, and you're tied up. I think your legs are tied to like a stool, and you're positioned like in the very center of the room, so that you can't really reach anything, and you're kind of always
Okay.
in danger of tipping over if you move too much. But they wired or not wired, but they've like used like a very fine twine to tie your skinny crow's legs to the stool. Um, and Rill, you are, I think you're seated in front of a mirror, like a makeup, like a vanity. You're seated in front of a vanity, and there's like 3 out of the 5 light bulbs are functioning. And you're staring at your own face, and behind you is the old face of this woman. Um, and she says, "We've been working on and real not real sorry worm and dirt are gone. The night took them away somewhere, and you have no idea what's happened to them."
Okay. Cool,
She's
cool, 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 cool.
and she says, "I'm happy you delivered your friends to us. We've been working on tracking them down for some time. But what?"
Yeah, no problem.
And it's I don't know how you got away from me last time, but I am ever so happy that you're back.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be back. Happy to be back. I missed you.
And she pats you on the shoulder gently. She says, "Yes, I think we've perfected the process." On that lovely gentleman, Bob. Yes, of course, Bob was our first successful conversion.
Conversion.
And she nods, and she looks at Booty. She says, I think that one is too far gone, but I think you can still be saved."
What?
Do you think that maybe she can also be saved?
She looks at Booty, and she kind of shakes her head a little bit.
What?
Uh, can I open my brain and
Yes.
ask what the fuck is going on?
Yes. Can you act under fire first?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you can open your brain.
Okay.
A thing happens. We'll worry about that
Oh,
later. So what was your question? What the fuck?
what is she talking about?
Yeah, you see Bob.
Yeah.
You see Bob immediately after he stormed away from Bootie's shop when she tried to make him pay for something, and he was like, "The fuck do you think this is?" Um, Bob went to the city, and Bob found this place, and the Queen found him. Um, and you see Bob uh, incapacitated in this room lined with screens, and they all turn on, and they begin playing beautiful music with an accompanying visual that looks like really like avant-garde and weird. But Bob begins to like convulse in the chair as this music continues to play. Um, and you see him. He like opens his mouth to scream, and he like a cloud of black feathers bursts from his mouth, and he begins to cough up these feathers. Um, and you come back to yourself.
Huh. That's weird. I have more questions now.
Often works that way.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like we should try to do anything like stuffing anyone with feathers. When it comes to Booty, she's good. Just leave her alone, right?
She
That's smart.
she kind of quirks a brow at you and she says, "No, the feathers are the things that we're trying to eliminate here."
Right. I got that mixed up. We're trying to get rid of the feathers because of of course, the
And she nods and says, "Yes, precise."
Now, is this a good time for me to use my bone fill to arrive with the item that I've
Yes,
built?
this is a perfect time.
Brilliant. Hello.
The queen turns her head and she says, "I'll be right back." She steps out onto the stage and she says, "Ah, Granny Gucci. I was hoping you would arrive soon."
Oh yes. You see, I just finished with that little project that we were talking about, and well, I've got it for you right here.
And she totters to the edge of the stage and kneels down and holds out a hand for it.
Now we should discuss my payment. This is not an easy task which I've accomplished for you.
Ah, yes, payment, of course. You wanted a speaker, if I recall correctly.
Yes, rather. And now I did this in a very timely fashion, and you know, it was rather dangerous. Perhaps you could also provide a small amount of barter, a little jingle on top of that. I try to manipulate her
Sounds
here.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my plans.
Roll me that hot.
I'm super bad at this.
Hot Granny, go.
No. I'll be a no.
She says, how does, because I think she would give you barter anyway, but there's going to be a consequence that comes with that.
Of course. If there wasn't, I would be surprised.
So she says, of course, it's been very dangerous for you, I understand. I have a couple of things that I need disposed of. Are you able to take that with you on your way out?
Why, certainly, of course. No problem.
Excellent. And she looks over her shoulder and she says, "Night." You hear like clank, clank, clank. And this metal plated man comes and he's got over either shoulder he has worm and dirt. And he throws him down onto the stage. And she says, "These two things are of no further use to me. Take them, get rid of them. I never want to see them again."
All right, then. Absolutely.
You're a problem now.
Carrying them may be a bit of a... Well, I'll figure it out.
Oh, I can offer the services of my knight to get them to your vehicle, of course.
Why, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Yes, that will do nicely. Thank you.
And her whole face wrinkles up when she smiles. And she says, "Speaker and 2 barter?"
That seems very reasonable, yes.
Excellent. I do love working with you, Ramaguchi.
Oh, I always love working.
And she stands up and her knees crack when she gets to her feet. And she totters off backstage, and she comes back into the room real. And she opens the drawer of the vanity and rummages in it and grabs a handful of stuff and like walks back out without saying anything to you.
I'm just like, hey, like, we're still trying to be as like non-offensive as possible at this point.
Yeah, and she walks around you, Booty, and walks back out on stage and hands you the barter and like a like the kind of loudspeaker a siren blares through,
Hmm.
and she hands you these items.
I take them.
All right, bargain complete. And she says, I'll get to work installing this right away. You've been an immense help.
Well, you know what they always say about old Granny Gucci. She's good for just about anything.
She kind of laughs under her breath. She says, of course, of course. If you have no further need of me, I have some business I was attending to.
Oh, of course. Be on your way then.
And
I'll be on mine.
She grabs her like ratty old skirt and like curtsies to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the knight scoops up worm and dirt and clanks after you.
I wonder where these fellows came from. You seem so quiet, Mr. Knight. Are you not a talkative fellow?
There's not much to say about this situation.
I suppose.
And you hear like the crackle of aluminum foil above you as the squire follows your progress through the rafters.
Okay. That young one, they got a bit of learning to do as far as being quiet.
And he lets out a long sigh. He says, training is difficult. You'll learn someday.
Of course.
You know how it is.
Always.
You get to your little, I feel like it's a hatchback, is that correct?
Where's my, I've written it down.
There's like a make and model attached to it, but I don't know what those things mean.
Let's see. It's not, I mean, it might be a hatchback. Let's say it's a hatchback. I like it being a hatchback.
I've been picturing it that way, and I don't know if it was accurate, but whatever.
I think it's just a sedan, but I kind of like it being a hatchback anyway.
So yeah, he like throws the two bodies in the back seat, and the bows like puts his fist to his heart and bows to you, and like pivots on his heel and starts to clank back into the concert hall.
Yeah, and I guess Granny Gucci will just she like goes to get in her car, and then she's like, "You don't ever get any downtime, do you, Mr. Knight?"
He can't really turn his head because of like the metal suit that he's wearing, so he stops and turns all the way around. So look, he's got like that weird like whichever Batman movie that was, where he had like that really stiff like helmet, and like every time he wanted to turn, he had to like, it's that kind of motion. And he turns to look at you and he says, very little downtime. We have to protect the queen.
Disappointing.
There's like a long awkward pause. He like takes a couple steps backwards and then turns, and like kind of, whereas before he was just walking, he starts to like kind of quick march back to the concert hall.
Brilliant. I guess I'll head back to the junkyard then.
Okay. I think before we get back to our two captives, I want to see what Oler is doing. The middleman and all the cats are back now.
Yeah, we got the whole gang. I think I need to go to the city and just start destroying shit with my gang. I think
That seems like a
Oler
reason.
has had enough
Yeah.
of all these people and their, I don't know, wolves of the maelstrom and whatnot. And now that I've got a bunch of friends, I am excited at the idea of going and beating the crap out of them. So we'll see.
All right. So yeah, like, how do you? What does that look like?
So I think I walk out of my hideout, and the cats that followed me and follow me back out. And everyone, I imagine most of my like gang is hanging out in the junkyard, just like being broken toys, because that seems to be what's going on.
Yeah.
Until Oler comes out and is just like, "We're gonna go back into the city."
And middleman's head, like her neck creaks when she turns to look at you, and she nods slowly.
I tried to get one of them, but I think I still have like some small piece of Bootie's leg,
Yeah.
um, just like her shoe or something. I just like hold it as this token of this like unfinished task. But she's still alive, and that other one is helping her. So we should go talk to them.
Middleman like stands up slowly, and the cats prowl around you. She holds out an arm towards the city.
Yeah, and I'm like, you go first.
She nods, turns, and starts shambling.
And yeah, so we go at the like zombie pace to the city.
Yeah.
It takes a while, I imagine.
Yeah. I think it's like very early morning by the time you make it there, because it's so hot during the day that it would be ridiculous to try and walk that slow towards the city. Um, but it's early. It's like 3 a.m. when you get there,
Great. So it's a night raid.
and I think that's unless you catch Grandma Gucci coming in the other direction in her car, because that's probably something that would happen.
Yeah, if it's around that time. And we would be hard to miss.
Yeah, you see like this shambling plant person slash toaster cat slash Oler posse walking towards the city.
Yeah, and it's like,
Ola, what? Like she like rolls down the window. She's driving super slow anyway, and she kind of like leans out. Ola, what are you doing going into the city this late at night? It's dangerous.
I brought my friends, and I like gesture to these people that you have never seen, or at least never in this state, and like a bunch of cats. And I just kind of am like, yeah, it's fine.
It's not safe, Ola.
Not for them.
Oh, goodness, dear me, no, for you. What are you doing in the city anyway?
And I look at you and I'm just like, I didn't finish it last time.
Finish what, dear?
Booty.
Beauty is gone.
I saw her inside the TVs. When I went to
Well,
get
come along then. She like leans over and like kicks one of the doors open.
And there's like
Oh.
these two bodies in the back seat.
Yeah, like the two zombies, I just like kind of push them into the back seat, and then I sit in the front with Granny, and the cats all pile in.
So there's two plant zombie people, two unconscious screen heads, like a dozen cats, Oler, Granny Gucci in this hatchback. It's like
It's super crowded.
super crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people need to hang on the outside and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
can't really fit in it.
I mean, she drives slow enough that there's probably like a cat just sitting on the roof, like completely
Yeah, totally.
unconcerned.
Um, yeah, and so Oler just to Granny is like, I don't know why, but Booty and some of the others are trying to get at me, like those bird things.
Trying to get you to do what?
They don't say, but it scares me, and I don't want to let them do whatever it is they want to do.
I don't want them to get to you either. I don't want to see you hurt.
Well, I can't just hide from them, Granny.
All right then. I'll help you any way I can.
Yeah, family road trip.
And we're gonna drive back. Now.
Put our sweet road trip mixtape on.
Yes, exactly. It's definitely like actually a tape. A cassette tape. I think Granny Gucci drives back to like the alley where like we saw Booty disappear last time, unless Oler gives her a different direction to go.
This is the thing with Oler. Oler doesn't know where the hell they're going or how specifically they do this. They're just like, I don't know, I'll just go there and like I have a bunch of people.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I could definitely open my brain to find out how to get there.
All right. Step 1, please act under fire for me.
Sweet.
Fire being some stuff. Yeah, you open your brain and that same screen turns on. Go ahead and roll plus weird. And you're trying to find what?
We're trying to find Booty.
Okay. You see, goodness. Well, you smell. First, you smell sweat, and you smell like, God, how do you even describe it? Like, there's a certain smell that costumes have, and I don't know how to describe. You've done theater things before.
I've done theater. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
they just
mothbally, musty smell.
Yeah, they have that like
that have only ever been dry cleaned smell.
Yeah. You smell that first, and you see Booty in a tree, nailed to it. Beans' face. Beans is just like, why is everybody like this? I just want to play Apocalypse World. So yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough information for me to start driving towards the Concord Hall.
All right. So you mosey on down to the Concord Hall. The gang's all there. And you step inside. The first thing you see is Booty on stage, tied to the stool. And like her arms are out and she's like trying to keep her balance because the stool is like one of those annoying stools that isn't like, it like wobbles. And so you can kind of hear like the wood like clattering every time she rebalances on this stool. You also see Rill. Rill, you're in like a dentist chair that they've set up on stage. But you can't see that because in front of Rill, like Rill's back is to the back of the stage and she's facing the audience. But between her and the audience is this big screen. And you can just see the light reflecting, or you can see like a halo of light around this screen. But
so there's me in the chair, and then there's the screen, and then there's the queen in front of the screen facing the audience.
Yeah.
area? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's what the two of you see when you come in.
Am I strapped down in this chair, or am I just hanging out in the chair?
Your wrists are totally like
Okay.
yeah.
Alright. Well, all I can see is light, right? Can I hear them talking?
You hear the door open. Yeah, you can definitely hear that somebody's come in, but your view of the audience is blocked by this massive screen.
Got it. Okay.
But I can see them?
Yes.
Oh. So I just like start frantically just like kind of calling out. I'm like, hey, 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 help me. Help me.
And like Granny Gucci looks to Oler like with this piteous like I kind of want to help her, but I promised you that I'd do what you need me to do. Maybe we can help her. Look on her face. You know how you know that look.
Yeah, that look. Secret RPG eye glance.
Yeah, that look.
That look where you just look at another character and it's like when you were younger, your mother and I used to play in the meadows. Like
exactly.
that story happens.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, and Oler just like stonewalls you. In their face, like has changed to look kind of like older. Like it's like they look like a kid with this like wrinkly old person face looking back at you. And they're just like, I don't get why you like that person.
I don't get why you hate them.
Granny, they're hunting me. They're not going to stop.
They're broken.
Stop them. Broken.
I don't know if I can fix them.
Yeah, well, and I was just like, well, then what's the point?
You're right. We need to send them back.
It's like when that one cat was hurt.
I'm not a cat.
No, you're right. You're right.
And Oler just like turns to Middleman and just like does the head nod of like get in there, start tearing shit up. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of like wreck the whole place.
So I think this sort of command merits a pack leader.
Oh yeah. This is a perfect time for them to be like, no, we're just gonna kill you and eat your flesh, Oler.
I mean, it's just, are they gonna wreck things or are they gonna like wreck things? I just need to know.
So on a 7 to 9, I choose one of the following options. They do what I want, they don't fight back over it, and I don't have to make an example of one of them.
Okay. So which one do you choose?
I mean, yeah, they do what I want.
All right, so that means the other two happen. So you say wreck things, and Middleman turns to go.
Actually, one thing before we go down this road.
Yes.
Does Granny Gucci have oftener right?
I do.
Then I should get a +1 because I'm doing what she told me, which was, hey, we just have to kill everything because it's broken and we can't fix it.
Oh, so
That's
on
true.
a 10 plus, then what?
All three. So they do what I want, they don't fight back, and I don't have to make an example of one of them.
Okay,
there you
fantastic.
go. Perfect.
So yeah,
Perfect. See?
I keep going to Granny Gucci for advice and then forgetting that does a thing.
I know, right? Except a lot of times you don't actually take my advice.
Well, if your advice was freaking lame, maybe I would do it more. If your advice was just like go blow things up all the time and kill
If you
people,
want that, you're gonna need to talk to Rill.
True.
Rill and I used to be friends, and then
Then it turns out she's a horrific bird thing. I understand.
We're not friends. I let you shoot Booty in the leg.
actually, this is true. Rill is still cool. Rill is still totally
We're
cool.
not friends. I'm not friends with anyone. At this point,
Exactly.
except Square, who's dead.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
But screw
good
that
point,
guy.
Good point.
Yeah, so like me and my gang just start like ransacking the place, like just wrecking things kind of indiscriminately, but working our way from the back of the auditorium to the stage and just like
And-
smashing the chairs and knocking
Yeah.
things over.
So the queen was wholly
Yes.
unprepared because, her and Grandma Gucci were friends. Like they were cool.
It's like, oh, my friend Ramaguchi's coming over.
And
Oh,
then like Grandma Gucci just basically like comes in with like a bucket of like dirty water and just pours it on the couch like for no fucking like just the most junkless thing. I don't know anyone that's ever done that, but like if somebody came to my house and did that, I'd be super pissed. So so the queen is like, this is Gucci, what is the meaning of this?
Well, I'm not actually fully responsible for what is. She's a monster.
Oler's the wrong person, okay? Don't talk to Gucci.
So when you say she's a monster, who are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about Booty.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're such a stop being such a monster. If you weren't such a horrific bird monster, I wouldn't have to recommend that everyone kill you.
Why?
I mean, if you had any redeeming qualities whatsoever.
But I don't even know you. You don't even know who I am. You don't even know me. How can you do this to me?
Right, because Booty doesn't remember the whole granny
Yeah.
thing. That's fabulous. And yeah, like
I'm just a
Oler,
lady on some bird legs.
Oler is coming for Booty, and Booty's like, who the fuck is this kid? Who's this weird kid? But yeah, me and my gang are just like working our way towards Booty, but like smashing lots of stuff.
And the queen like swears under her breath and she says, I'm trying to fix them. Let me.
And like, how do you fix them?
She says there's a technique. There's a process. They just have to go through it and they'll no longer be one of those.
Is she telling the truth?
Yeah, she changed Bob. She fixed Bob.
What was up with Bob again? When
I
she
mean,
fixed him?
He's
He was
still a
throwing up those
creepy.
feathers.
Yeah, he's still a creepy little shit. But not what he once was.
And so yeah, I've like made my way up to the queen, I guess at this point. I'm like standing in front of her. And like, is grandma there with me? Is granny there with me? Or are you checked out of this whole situation?
She's I think she's with you because she said she was going to do this with you, and she does really believe that whatever has happened to Booty, there's something wrong with her.
Okay.
But she'd like to be able to save her, but
I'm gonna
she's not entirely sure that's possible.
This may be a mistake, but I'm gonna give you your shotgun back.
Okay. I'll
And I
take
pull
it.
out this handgun that I have.
Sure.
I'm still armed.
Yeah.
And I think what Oler would say is just, but Granny doesn't know how to fix them, and she's the smartest. So what do you know that she doesn't?
She looks at you and she says, I've been in the city a long time. And I've studied their technology. I've studied the ways that they've worked. And I've come up with some ways to counter it if you just give me the time to act.
How much time are we talking about?
A few hours. Killing them isn't going to help. They just make more.
That seems fairly reasonable, Ola.
And Olver was like all psyched up to like do a bunch of violent stuff, and so now they're just like sitting there, like kind of breathing a little hard.
There's like a loud crack as middleman rips a seat out of out of the roast.
Yeah, and Oller's just like, were you trying to fix me when you had me in the chair? And why did I need fixing?
She
Stupid
kind of
lady.
squints at you and she says, "You're something in between. I don't understand what you are quite yet, but they're very clear. You, on the other hand, you're different in some way. You've changed in some way that doesn't quite yet make sense to me."
And I'm like, okay, we'll let you try to fix them, but I want to watch. And I go and like sit in front of Rill.
Of course. And there's like, I mean, the cats and the gang are still fucking shit up. They haven't gotten any orders to the contrary, and they're not that smart.
Okay, fine. I'm just like, hey, stop it. Hey, we're just gonna watch. Sit down in the front there. And I like try to get them all to like sit in the front row.
And like middleman like looks at the chair she's holding and tries to put it down so that she can sit in it, and it falls over. She very slowly like looks up and sits down next to it in the chair that's still like attached.
I love my weird zombie friends. The best. Okay. Yeah, they fucking do it. I'm in charge. I'm the boss.
And the cats like jump up onto the stage and like start sniffing around and like investigating Bootie's like crow's feet legs. Um, and so the screen turns on, and as I said before, like the images they're not really like coherent in any way. Um, but Rill and Bootie, you hear beautiful music, and as you probably have guessed, Ramaguchi and Oler, you hear these terrible grinding noises.
I don't like the grinding noises.
Like you guys are seeing some shit like straight out of the ring. Like 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 this is some shit that'll fuck you up. Um Real you're seeing like it's very artistic. Like there's like a motif in it and like some themes you could pick out if you sat down and like really thought about it. Um roll me roll me your weird. Okay. So it doesn't fry your brain. You do take one psi harm because this is a very arduous process. So,
Okay.
roll me a d6 plus 1.
Oh.
Oh no. Ah no. Ah yeah.
No! What is it?
Um, I think this process is going to render you unconscious. So what we see is we see Rill and you're watching this and it's so beautiful that you start to cry a little
Mm-hmm.
and like you start sobbing. But like on your like fourth or fifth sob, your like voice catches on something and you like cough and then you're kind of choking and gagging and then like your next cough like a mouthful of feathers just erupts from your face and you start like coughing up like gobs of feathers. Um,
Does this hurt me?
that's what the psi harm was. Yes.
So it does. So it hurts. Well, I meant like.
Not
Does it
you don't
hurt,
take like
like-
additional. It doesn't feel good.
Okay.
That's what you're asking.
I'm really is like, well, I mean, if it doesn't feel like comfortable, I feel like I'd be like kind of happy that flammable stuff is coming out of my mouth. But
Yes, you are coughing
that's
up.
what I'm asking. How much does it hurt? Am I still? Does it hurt little enough to where I'm like, ooh, this hurts, but this is flammable material?
No, you're like overcome. Like your body is racked with pain.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and you're like crying and coughing, and eventually, like we're looking through your eyes at this screen, and you just like blink a couple of times, and it gets slower each time, and then you just sink into unconsciousness.
All right. Bye.
And I think that's a good place to pause.
Yeah, that's a bit of a cliffhanger right there. I like it.
Yeah, real the feather vomiter.
Dang it.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
I'm dripping with gore.
We're working.
Gosh, so metal all of a sudden.
Yikes. So let's talk about that there hex though.
Yeah.
So let's start with good old Oler.
Granny Gucci.
Green Gucci. Yes.
All right. Granny Gucci knows you better.
I think so. That makes sense.
I said who knows you better.
Oh. I thought you were just confirming what he just said. I was like,
I thought that too.
No.
All right. I'm with it. Who does know me better? It's got to be Oler.
All right. Rill.
I'm trying to decide whether it's Oler because Oler knows that they had hold over me and could make me let them shoot.
Well,
Booty
that was last session.
But also, yeah, but I dragged her away, so Oler knows that I still care about
the whole like
Booty.
rescuing Booty.
Yeah, the reason I'm thinking about it is like Booty was unconscious when I rescued her, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if she really knows that I was like the one who helped make sure she survived or not. So I guess I would say Oler knows me better based on my
Great.
decisions and actions.
I'm really enjoying getting to know you.
No. Booty.
Sorry.
Does anyone know me better? I was like not a person.
Somebody could know you worse.
Ooh, Granny Gucci definitely knows me worse. Should she get -1?
Yeah, I think that is legit. I will take that
The
-1.
reporters are like, "What do you think of Granny Gucci?" And you're like, "I don't know her. I'm sorry, I don't." And Granny Gucci's like, "She knows me." Like, no, I really don't.
Yeah,
Poor J-Lo. I feel bad for her every time that meme comes up.
it's a good.
It's just like iconic. So okay, so we got our hex done. I think Rill, your Wolf of the Maelstromness might no longer be a thing. And that's something that we can talk about at the beginning of next session. But you've had some procedures done.
Okay.
And I think you might no longer be one of their tools. And we'll see what that actually looks like. Previously, it's only been Bob, so there's a lot of space for you to explore, like what being a former wolf even is.
Okay.
Deprogrammed.
Post-wolf.
Post-wolf lifestyle. But as Queen said, it's too late for Booty. I kid. I'm joking.
What? What a GM. Wow.
You're so mean to Tara. Jeez.
No, I love Tara. Look at how great her character is. Can we talk about how great Booty's like narrative arc has been? It's the best.
At least you're saying is and not was.
Yeah, that's something.
Super good. Like you have like the strongest interactions with literally every other character. This is the Tara show. to a certain extent.
I feel like it's just my facial reactions, though. It's just like all my facial reactions.
I mean, those are pretty good.
You were like, oh yeah, she's like stapled to a tree. I was like, oh!
It was in imagination land. It's
Right.
It's an imaginary tree.
It's a metaphor. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, don't you understand art, Tara?
I guess
Jeez.
not! I don't understand anything.
I'm kidding. I hope
I
you're
just have your
having
legs.
fun, even though like your character like goes through a meat grinder every session. I hope you're at least enjoying it. Question mark.
Super. I'm good. I'm excited about my new legs.
This is true. You do have awesome new.
They're good
photos.
legs. We saved you. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're
But-
totally fine.
I can't wait to like perch on shit. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Everything is fine.
Fine.
It's all fine.
So fine.
Yikes.
Totally fine.
Let's do some outros, and we won't be playing for the next 2 weeks because
I'm sorry.
not only does Britt like have to do her job and go to conventions, I also kind of need to finish packing up and move to California. And
That too.
honestly, I could use a little bit of extra time in my life as I like go over some mountains or some shit. Mountains are really scary, but we can talk about that later. Look, it's flat here.
You're gonna make it. You're gonna be okay.
Flat.
Come on. I'm waiting for you.
I'm
Come
not. I'm not a toddler. I'm grown. I promise.
Directly into Britt's arms.
on. Straight into my arms.
I just get
That's
off
where
the plane and she's there, and then we like run in slow motion at each other, and I probably bust my shit.
And then I'm like, and about these spreadsheets that I need your help with.
I'm so good at spreadsheets. Oh my god.
I know. I'm very excited about this.
That's like one of my secret skills. I used to have to teach my boss how to sort and filter columns, and I was like, "You're an administrator. You don't know how to Excel." But that was my past.
That's crazy. That's
That's-
crazy.
She's like, "I can't see all of the information anymore." I'm like, "Cause column B is hidden. You can
Naja.
hide it."
Oh my gosh, no.
Your future includes competent managers.
I'm really excited. It's been a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a
Got you.
minute.
We got you.
Anyway, enough about me. More about Andrew. Andrew, who are you and where can people find you?
I'm Andrew, and you can find me on Twitter at Comedian Crow. And you can find me tomorrow from 11 to 3 doing The Sprawl on Roll20's channel. And following that, I'm going to keep doing some game design stuff, which I do on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/actualfactual, because I'm making a magical girl RPG. Yeah, and you can watch me do that.
It's actually legitimately exciting, and
That's awesome.
Beans and I are losing our shit because we played a little bit and it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to play again. If I'm invited, I want to assume.
No, you're the worst, and I'm never gonna do it again.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't. Fine. Whatever. Kelsa, please.
Hello. I played a lot of role-playing games, and in fact, I also played a game of the Sprawl, but it's ending this Saturday. The grand finale is going to... I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be really intense. There's an all-out corporate war, and the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. So...
As you do. As you do.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm also playing and running a game of Blades in the Dark each, one as a player, one as a GM, and also some Burning Wheel in my life. If you're interested in any of those things or want to learn more, follow me on Twitter, and you can tweet at me if you're like, you said words that I think were role-playing games, but I don't know. You know, I'll tell you all about them. Don't worry, I will. I love role-playing games. So there's that. That's me. Follow me at Kelsa on Twitter or here on Twitch and YouTube /Kelsa Delphi. So that's fairly easy, I think.
Lovely. Friend Brit,
Hey, it's me. I'm
Salad
Britt.
Cat.
I'm me, Britt. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get to light anything on fire this week. And I'm sorry that I'll have to wait 2 extra weeks to do that. Because I'll be at PAX East and South by Southwest, where I'm going to try and do some live streaming, actually. I'm going to experiment with my phone. So my Twitch channel is Cheerhex. You can check it out. If I can't live stream from it, I'm going to shoot some behind-the-scenes stuff because I'm a Twitch producer and I have that kind of access.
Same though.
Yeah. And I'll be streaming on Sunday morning. I've started playing Night in the Woods, so I'm going to play more of that. I do a lot of voice acting, and it's not very good. So if you're into that, join me on Sunday morning around 10 or 10:30. Just depends on when I wake up. And I'm on Prophecy D&D on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. with Naja, which we are doing next week because I don't leave until the very crack of dawn on Thursday morning. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. See you sometime soon.
And last but certainly not least, everybody's favorite half crow doctor, Tara, please. Tell us.
Hi. You can find me at Inspector Beans, all one word, on Twitter or twitch.tv/Inspector Beans, though I have not been streaming recently, though I would like to change that in the near future. You should follow me if you like lots of illustrations and activism and like a bunch of animals. This is my first D&D show and I fucking love it. It's so crazy. It's like the best thing that's happened to me in a really long time and it makes me really happy to be here.
Yay!
I was a little worried because I was like, we keep
Staples
doing.
you to a tree.
Yeah, I was like, maybe Tara doesn't like talking to me anymore.
No, I love it! It's like, I never know what will happen next. It's pretty good.
That's the beauty of role-playing games.
Yeah,
RNG.
I feel like this is definitely a unique experience too. So that's also amazing.
Also,
did you just draw these toaster cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Beans' toaster cat fan art.
Where did you
because
put
it's
those?
Amazing.
She just tweeted them. She just drew this. Amazing. She's
Twitter.
So
I thought you were gonna give us a sneak preview before you release them into the wild.
Really
I'm not like
So
fully
excited.
happy with them, so I'm gonna like finish.
They're so cute. No, I love them.
Let me pop a link in
You don't
the
even know
chat.
how much I love them.
I will do you the favor, chat, of giving you a link, but you should also follow Beans.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, I love them so much.
Oh, yay! I'll make something like final.
I keep wanting to say that I like the purple one a little bit better, but then I go back and look at the orange one, and I'm like, oh.
So like I made my first ever shirt the other day or the other week and I loved it. So if I can, I'll make us all shirts and send them to you so that we can all have cool toaster cat shirts.
Yes.
I
would wear that shit all the time.
I would wear that shirt so hard.
I would also wear that shirt so hard.
Yes. I love having talented artistic friends.
I love having shirts that people like have no zero fucking context or understanding ever in their lives.
There's no need to explain about toaster cats. They just make sense.
I have to say something. I know this is like weird, but register at 1 on just to answer your question about activism. Actually helped someone not be deported last week from just like both protesting and reaching out to different people. And like, yeah, like I know there's all different kinds of forms and you're totally right that action is important, but I feel like, it's all a unified thing. Gotta do all the things. All the things. I'm like super red now.
No, it's okay. I saw that on Twitter that you guys helped her stay in Canada. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good answer to does activism work? It does. It works. Look at that. It really works.
Also makes me super sweaty and red.
Activism is etchy.
Yeah,
Um,
super warm in here.
Yikes.
Anyway, t-shirts for all.
And I am your MC, Trista Ray, aka Naja Otikor, and
not
thank
to
you.
be etc.
Do not.
Not
etc.
to
me.
be etc.
I'll be goddamned. I won't turn the stream off until I get a turn. So yeah, you can follow me at Trista_CHI. What do I even tweet about these days? Overwatch. How hard being an adult is. Moving. How often my boss texts me with shit. I'm like, don't at me with anything. Thank you. Goodbye. And tomorrow I'm gonna go eat hot pot, so it's gonna be amazing.
Nice.
And
Sounds like a good day.
Hot pot's good.
yeah, I'm really excited. GM turn for this session will be Saturday at noon Pacific over on twitch.tv/TristaRay. If you want to see how I don't come up with any of this and it just sort of happens to me, you can tune in there. But yeah, other than that, prophecy next week. No Apocalypse World for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, it's going to be a little touch go. But we'll hang in there because we're friends and friendship is magic. All right.
Yeah.
Go make that face, Andrew. You're my friend. I don't care.
You don't have to be friends with me, but I'm friends with you.
I'm friends with you. So deal with that. All right. That's it for us tonight, guys. Thank you once again for watching our crazy, crazy show. Have a good night.
Bye.